If your company has optimized the way that ads are being distributed in the publisher's marketplace or has some metric that indicates the customer lifetime value, or if it's able to give some recommendation about the next product that a customer might buy, you might be already using some predictive analytics. Now, why is it important for you to understand how this works? Well, because it's good to know what the inner workings are, even if it's a little bit complicated, if you want to use these tools with confidence. Why predictive analytics work in the first place? I think this is the most fundamental question that we have to ask. And I will focus in this conversation first and foremost in people. People tend to have habits. We are creatures of habits. And these habits are, in a way, rhythm. So we go to work, we tend to visit the same place, we have a regularity in the way that we visit the supermarket or we go to the tank station. So it is possible to find out what our rhythm in our life is. Now, this rhythm might depend on several variables, might depend on our demographic, might depend on our socioeconomical status. There are many different things that might influence what that rhythm of life is. But definitely, if you can pinpoint some of those variables, you can find what is the rhythm of every single individual. This rhythm can also be found through mathematical models. In the same way that you can find what is the rhythm that the pendulum has when it oscillates, you can find what is the rhythm that a person might have while making certain decisions. By exploiting these regularities, you are able to predict what is going to happen in the future. And what you need basically is to observe what happened in the past and some characteristics about this person. How does this work? How can we find this rhythm? Well, first there's something called independent variables, say the days of the week. And then there is the rhythm, say how often we go and buy something. And what we want to do is we want to be able to correlate the day of the week with the fact that someone went and bought something. A way to accomplish this is by means of regression. Regression is a technique that allows you to find coefficients that match one independent variable with one dependent variable. Now, if you feed your regression algorithm with enough data from the past, it will find the coefficients that give you the relationship between these two variables. Once that you have found these coefficients, now you can look with the days of next week, what is going to happen next week, meaning what days of next week I will go and buy something. So this is essentially the mechanism. And as you can see, it's not that complicated. Obviously, the devil is, as always, in the details.